Who's ready for some December football? Hi everyone, Scott Hansen here, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 14. Some big games to get to. We'll start in the Steel City. The Steelers at home to take on the New Orleans Saints. And this is the Steelers quarterback, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Steelers just will not lose. The perfect season is still alive. They get another win. From there, Kansas City, here we come. Let's check in on the Chiefs as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And here's the Chiefs wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Chiefs are going to wind up winning by 17. One more to bring you, and it's from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders taking on the Packers. And this is the Commanders wideout. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get him. And when it's all said and done, that's an 80-yard catch and run for the touchdown. The Commanders continue their winning ways. They move to 9-4 with the victory here. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying good night. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. His guys are putting together a season to remember. No blemishes on their record to this point. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started.
Sorry about that. I knew they fucking did it again. I knew they did it again. I always do my depth chart before. Sorry about that, guys.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Damn it, I never put my plays. God dang it. Never put my play. I got to do the QB contain with this one. What happened to you play when you first wake up? I did my strategy. I just didn't do the plays for some reason. I don't know why I skipped that.
You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 7 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
First down, Steelers.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Goldstein. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Ravens' 10-yard line.
Off play action. Goldstein. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Ravens offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, You give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw again is Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stop.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he is caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10.
13.
They go play action now. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Report.
Jackson, options out left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Hey.
Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's now third and goal.
Now Jackson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Goldstein. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Ravens will take over. Baltimore about ready. Go on offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to number 38.
Report.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hands
it off out of the gun. And he will have the Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play.
8 yards.
And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
From the gun, Jackson. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
19-18.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fisher. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. Fisher. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
19-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Second and long. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Back to throw. Goldstein. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So a goal line set there defensively. They were not about to give any quarter whatsoever.
That is what you call a wall of defenders. What my college coach used to say, create a picket fence. No openings anywhere. He was just trying to find some kind of space. He wasn't going to find any there.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Here's Lewis to return. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it fourth and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to a position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Jackson. He's got it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Jackson will keep it. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now that was a great play defensively. Every gap in the middle covered. They end up losing yardage, and now that brings up 4th down.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 7 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Goldstein. And that's complete to Mitchell. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Well, these 2 teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Goldstein looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
So halftime straight ahead. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game, with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A little juke. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Goldstein. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. A give running right, Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Goldstein. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Brings up
2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
Jackson now. Now he's loose at the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Jackson options out left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Again, Manifesto play sheet. They catch every fucking time I use this play sheet. They catch everything. Every time.
Throw is going to keep the drive alive, and even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point splits the up. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their ball, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They go play action here on 1st down. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the...
I saw that linebacker in the last second. I said, oh, shit.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, and Nelson's spaced opening. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Jackson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A big play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
And now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score.
That started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Now it's Jackson. It'll be a loss of 15 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your running.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 2nd and 5. It's caught. Mitchell. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Back to throw. Goldstein. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Looking to throw. Goldstein. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
19 target.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and
Let's go now.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Goldstein. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Off the play fake. Goldstein. Mitchell hauls in another one. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Gibson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Goldstein. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game.
Previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. That one caught by Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Jackson going to keep it running right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Jackson. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go, it's Jackson on 4th down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Take over.
Gibson toss right. And he's got it down to the 28. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Once more, Gibson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll try and sneak it here. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Ready? 19-18.
It's a quarterback sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll go with the keeper. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.